Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are in the last couple of weeks of summer holidays here, so we have begun planning for school as term 1 begins in the first week of Feb, and this year we have 2 kids at school, so it's very exciting. This video is going to be about preparing for a brand new school year. I will take you around our local supermarket, then we'll go through a school snacks shopping haul. I also have a very delicious fried chicken recipe that I make for our kids and thought I'll share it with you as well. I've been making this for a couple of years and our kids think it's better than KFC. Anyways, if you enjoy such content, don't forget to give this video a like. Do leave me a feedback in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on. So here we are in front of our local supermarket, New World, which is in our suburb. And the reason why I'm out here in the parking lot is because I've got the 2 kids in the back and the 3 of us are gonna go inside the supermarket and do some school lunchbox and school snacks shopping. The reason why I brought them out today is because we only do online shopping and they have not explored the aisles, especially the second one who's starting school in term 1. So we thought it'd be really good for him in particular to see what's available, and also for me to see what exactly that they're reaching out for in the fruit aisle hopefully, and also the snacks aisle. And then we'll kind of like go around a few different kid-friendly aisles that we know that they'll take snacks from. And then this way, when I'm placing online orders during the term, it's really easy for me to go, yep, he liked this one, or she reached out for this one, and order those. I'm hoping this trip will be successful and you'll find the things that they like. So why don't you come along with us? And I hope you'll find this part of the video helpful, especially if you've got a child starting school this year, just like us. We're going to have 2 kids in school now, so it's going to be a very different experience for us, but we're definitely looking forward to it. So come along, let's go do the shop, and straight after that I will show you what exactly we bought. Which is quite helpful considering the new variant which is out there. If you live in New Zealand, I highly encourage you to do that everywhere you go. First up is the fruit and veg section. This week I moved the fruits in our home to be on a visual spot on our counter, and the kids have been very excited about it. Our son quickly noticed that I had forgotten his favorite fruit, which is apple, so he made sure he got that first. He also grabbed some navel oranges, and then straight after that our daughter wanted to get some peaches because she's been eating those at home and wanted to top up, so we got all the fruits that they wanted. And then from there we walked over to the nuts section. The school that our kids are enrolled in allows nuts, which I'm so grateful for because it's their favorite snack option. Of course, our son was very enthusiastic about this whole shopping trip, that he wanted to help everywhere, and so I was helping him just load in the nuts right here. Considering taking your kids on a snack shopping trip, I recommend going in the morning. You might have noticed the time that I put up at the start of this video. It was 7:45 a.m. on a Saturday. Our supermarket opens at 7 a.m. so we were there pretty early, and that meant the kids had the aisles to themselves to browse. It was stress-free and definitely very enjoyable. I hope you enjoy this browse through the aisles. Let me know in the comment section below if you see something that's available in your country too, or if you buy the same things as we do. That I always have in our pantry are tortillas, because they're great for breakfast, lunch, or even snacks. So there was different options that you can grab. Also hummus, great with like veggies, so if your kids are into it, definitely grab it. And straight after that we have cheese here. Cheese goes great with some grapes or even some crackers, which I always like to add to our daughter's lunchbox. of other fruits. As we all know, fruits are really beneficial to our health, especially for our kids. But I do have a little tip here. I would encourage you to ask your children what fruits they would like to eat each week or to be added to their lunch boxes instead of forcing a fruit that you think is good for them, because that way they'll be able to make decisions and they'll also be open to trying different varieties of fruit. As you notice, we do ask our kids and they did choose their fruits in this video. Right after that, we've got some chips because it's a great snack. I also have corn chips because I like to serve it with guacamole or salsa. It makes a great snack. These tiny teddy cookies are for our son, but I have tasted it and it's actually quite yum. So we get a few boxes of those sometimes. And then the Veggie Straws, another great snack, and it doesn't have any added preservatives and random bits and pieces, I think. The cheese ball was more of a fun snack that we wanted to try because I've grown up eating those, but our kids actually don't really like them, so I just wanted to see if they would try it. Pringles is not something that we get on a regular basis, but when we were standing in the chips aisle, they were loading the shelves, so the kids were so tempted and I let them grab one each. Next up, we've got some seaweed, a perfect little snack. Potato sticks is also great. And our daughter has been looking at these Oat Bars right here from Nice and Natural. She has liked eating them, so she wanted to get them again. Next, we've got our cashew nuts that we picked up, and right about there, we've got popcorn. I ended up actually buying the popping corn because I like to make the popcorn fresh and serve it to the kids, but you can also get the little packets or even bulk buy packets of popcorn. Straight after that, we've got crunchies or crunches, something that our daughter likes, not my preference, but you know, I let her choose it. And then right below that, we've got some meal mates and snacks. They both are really great cracker options that you can give your kids. Goes well with cheese or hummus, so I highly recommend those and are really filling. Our daughter wanted these really fruity sticks. I think she must have seen her friends eat it, so we grabbed a box of those. And moving along, we have the dairy, so I've got some cheese, some milk, and also the yogurt suckies. Edam cheese is an excellent kid-friendly cheese. Even I like them too. I like to get it in a block instead of slices because I can just slice how much I want and then I'll serve it with the meal mates or the snacks crackers. I often add this up to our daughter's lunchbox and I'm really hoping our son will enjoy eating it. He's not a huge cheese fan, but that is the plan. I also got the yogurt. Now the strawberry milk, again, they got tempted, so I grabbed it. We don't offer them flavored milk, so this was just a little bit of a treat. These suckies are really great to add to the lunchbox. I even use them for afternoon tea. Next, we've got some bread. I picked up some rolls and also some sandwich bread because I like to make sandwiches or rolls ahead of the week. Sometimes I make it ahead and I freeze it as well. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is a great little example. Make ahead and it thaws out just fine. Same with the rolls as well. You can stuff it up and wrap them individually and then pop it into the freezer and pick it out overnight. So this time I'm actually going to stuff it up with some cheese and chicken. You could do ham and cheese as well. So that's what I'm planning to do with the rolls and also the bread. And then we also got tempted with the donuts because it was right there in the bakery aisle, so I couldn't say no. Eggs are a great snack as boiled eggs, or you can actually put them in sandwiches or wraps. Indomie noodles was a tempting little thing sitting there on the aisle. We grabbed it, but I definitely plan to get these udon noodles because we tried them out over the summer break. As you can see in the back, it's really easy to cook and the kids really enjoyed the texture and the flavor. So I got a couple of packets so we can use them in our lunch boxes. So that brings us to the end of our little snacks shopping haul. I hope you got some ideas, or if you have some recommendations, do pop it in the comment section below for me or anyone else who's watching it that might find it helpful. Here's all of our fruit for this week. I've popped it on a platter and it's sitting on our counter. I will chop up the pineapple and move it to the fridge, but otherwise, as you can see, it's easily visible to everybody. thought I'll make these rolls up. So I sliced each roll and then I added in a slice of cheese and then the chicken, like I mentioned earlier. You can also make it as ham and cheese, and then after that I wrapped it up with cling wrap. So if you want to make this ahead for the week, they will last really well in the fridge. That's what I used to do as well. Prep it all up and pop it in the fridge. But this time I'm also going to put some in the freezer. So I've individually wrapped it up, put it in a large Ziploc bag, and I'll pop it into the freezer, and then when I need it, I can just pull it out. It'll thaw just fine and it'll be ready for lunchtime. Now let's get into our fried chicken recipe. I am using some free-range chicken thighs. They're boneless chicken thighs. You can get it bone-in as well, but try to go for free-range chicken. And then we've got our bowl here with yogurt, which I've mixed it up with a little bit of water to loosen it up. After that, I'm going to add in a bunch of spices. As you will see, I am just eyeballing the measurement. So sorry, I didn't actually calculate if it's a teaspoon or not. I'm just adding in things like onion powder, garlic powder. I also like the Cajun seasoning. I just really like the flavor. I also add in some mixed herbs, some chili flakes. It doesn't make it spicy, but it's quite nice to give it a little bit of kick. So I add that in as well. I also add in some salt and pepper. And so that's pretty much what I do. You can be creative with the different types of spices that you like, but this is just the basic recipe and it tastes really delicious. Next up, we're gonna mix it all up together so it's all well combined. We add the chicken pieces in. You can also add in chicken drumsticks or chicken wings or bone-in chicken thighs. Go with whatever meat that your kids prefer. I just went with this because it's always a huge hit. Make sure you mix the marinade through the entire chicken because we want all of the flavors to just get infused in the meat. After that, I'm just gonna wrap it up with some cling wrap and pop it in the fridge. When you're ready to cook, the first thing that you need to do is to get the oil at the right temperature. So get that ready. I'm showing my air fryer here because I could have gone with that, but I've decided to deep fry it. Important detail to the recipe is the marination time. Marinate the chicken at least for a minimum of 4 hours because you want all of the flavors infused. And then I just drop it into a flour mixture. I've just added in some salt and some herbs, so it's really simple. And then you drop it into the really hot oil and let the chicken cook on medium-low heat. You want the flame to be on medium-low so that the chicken will cook through really well. If it's on high, the chances are it'll cook up on the outside and it'll brown up or even burn, but the inside will be raw. After it's cooked, I just transfer it to this little tray right here and I put paper towels underneath it. This way the chicken will be crispy. If you put it straight onto the paper towels, it'll be soggy. Now look at this mess I've created, but the good news is that I had enough chicken to create another batch to transfer it to the freezer for another time. Now it's time to assemble the burger. It was slightly difficult to record this while I was also assembling it. But the first thing I want to say is get some brioche burger buns because they are delicious. Put some mayonnaise, some chopped iceberg lettuce, the fried chicken, put some cheese on it. You can also even add some pickles and your burger is ready. It was absolutely delicious. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it thus far, don't forget to give this video a like, and as I always say, leave me a comment below because every feedback is helpful for me. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on. I hope you have a safe and fun week, and I look forward to seeing you with a brand new video next Wednesday. Bye everybody!